Dispersion is the homogeneous distribution of solids in a liquid medium. The paint quality is greatly determined by the dispersion status of the pigment particles in the liquid medium. Complete dispersion of the pigments is required for optimum color strength development, good opacity, high gloss, as well as good outdoor properties. It can also improve the mechanical characteristics of the coating film. In the case of pigment dispersion, the pigment agglomerates are broken up by impact and shearing forces, which involves physicochemical and mechanical action on pigments which lead to flocculated, agglomerated or aggregated state of the pigment particle to primary particles. But do you know the purpose of pigment dispersion in paint manufacturing? The purpose of pigment dispersion is to replace the adsorbed material on the surface of the dry pigments and inside the agglomerates such as water, oxygen, air or processing medium used during manufacturing of the pigment by the resin solution. That is, solid air interface transforms into solid liquid interface. This overall process known as wetting of pigment particles. After wetting, it is necessary to spread them uniformly throughout the medium and maintain this uniform dispersion in the final coating material. In short, pigment dispersion process involves 4 steps: wetting, dispersion, uniform distribution of pigment particles throughout the medium, and maintenance or stabilization of these dispersed pigment particles. Let's see the effect of over and under dispersion of pigment particles. The dispersion stage is extremely important. If the pigment is not correctly dispersed, this may result in various shortcomings in the paint or coating, such as low color strength, poor color development, cursor particles, sedimentation of the pigment, separation of the phases, and poor application characteristics. During the exposure of the coating, these unsatisfactory properties may lead to inferior opacity and gloss, as well as the color differences in the coating film. An additional disadvantage of poor dispersion is that the properties of the expensive pigments are insufficiently used, and thus the raw material cost of the coating are unnecessarily increased. The long dispersion time during the manufacturing process results in high manufacturing cost. Pigments are most expensive among the raw materials needed for paint manufacturing. Pigment dispersion is a vital step in paint manufacturing, and its mechanism is quite complex, involves physicochemical and mechanical actions. So friends, this is introduction of dispersion and its purpose in paint manufacturing. We will discuss this vast chemical process of dispersion step by step in further videos. Till then, stay connected.